Well, hello! It is me, it is I. It is myself, all three of us. So, since we last talked, it hasn't got much better. Actually, just 5 minutes ago, all of a sudden, the wind just launched. It was literally like a wall of wind, just launched. So, that 8 inches of snow we got 2 days ago. Yeah, it's all about to move, so that's gonna get interesting. That's why I haven't been too crazy about getting all the snow pushed, because I'm pretty sure the stuff that I pushed is just gonna blow back in, and the stuff that I hadn't pushed yet might blow out. So you never know, it might work for us either direction. And yes, the clutch is still not fixed on this, but we work with what we got, people. There's far more problematic things in the world today than a jumpy clutch. That's my wisdom, and I'm sticking to it. So, what's the plan today? Well, thanks to it being Christmas season and, you know, Christmas gatherings, friends and whatnot, there's a whole lot of bugs going around right now. So Piper Dog's about 90% of normal functioning. So, like I said, just get after it. There's no magic. Somebody's gonna come and take care of it for you. Just get on with it. So, step up our lip. And yeah, we're gonna complete getting ready for hauling the Golden Girls up on Thursday. So, that will be the day you're watching this. Yeah, there you go. There's the future time travel. Oh gosh. Then we got one of them. Got a traffic jam going on. Just wandering around. Okay, well I got a couple of feedings to do. I've got to figure out where I'm putting the food for the big horde. And then we'll get to making that pen ready. Let's go. I think they're working. You can kind of see a bit of a run on either side, where it's sort of dropping, but I might end up having to put the second load of bales in there, because there's a lot of stuff still moving. But then again, it's quite a storm, so we'll keep an eye on it. So yeah, what you couldn't see in the last video, because it was getting to dusk, was this. So yeah, this is what you have to do out here in the bald prairies, is you have to push it way far back, because when it does blow from a direction close to this, as the finger drifts will get back to there. So you just got to buy yourself enough time to come back out and push it back up. So, henceforth, henceforth, both directions, because we do get both. And this is just hard pack from where I've been driving in the snow. But currently, because it's a northwester, which is that, as you will notice, there's not much in the way of powder here. There's a little bit which is whipping round. You can see it just kind of here, but not like what, let's see if you can catch this. Not like that. That's what does all the damage in the bale yard. So yeah, so we'll go and put the feed back out in this little corner here and get on. Okay, now to go and try and sweet talk some cows to coming out. Like I said, they're in the shelters just to get them out here. Still got a whole lot of snow to push. At least I came in here and pushed last night to let them in and out without having to wade through snow drifts up to their udders. They were not digging on that one. Usually once they hear me coming up to the top here, they'll get the idea. I don't see anybody at that door. Maybe the door swung shut. Anybody coming to blink? Oh, there we go. There's some coming. That water trough, the warm water one's still going. There they come. Day 2 after the storm. And due to issues which are beyond our grader drivers' control, these roads are still not plowed. So this is not one where you blame the grader driver. We know him personally, he's a good guy. He has said he is hoping and promising as much as he can to be here before dark. Get this done, because this is a main thoroughfare. Said he'll doubt he'll be able to get any side roads done, but as long as he gets the trunk done, that's a big benefit, because Mrs. Piper Doug has a school to do tomorrow. You know, though she's not feeling her bestest. Our little car won't like this kind of stuff. Not a problem here. Got it in 4-wheel drive even. So that's the thing is, like, I could come along here with the bucket and just carve out a track, but it'll just fill in with snow, because how much loose snow there is around and how much below there is. So I wouldn't be going to town if I didn't have to. Oh, dang it, I forgot the water bottles. Dang it. Fired right up the old boy. Just yucky. Ooh, temperature's dropping, boys. Yeah, we're going a long way from that zero over the next couple of days. Could be minus 30 tonight and tomorrow night. So, panel, 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 panel. Panels in there. Trough in there. Crush to the wall. Let's make her happen. Well, so we decommissioned the bale feeder over there. We've got the bale feeder in the corner. Removed the panel from here into there. So the opening is right in the corner there. And then we have a butt gate back there. We'll probably end up installing a second butt gate in here. That way when we get them to the tub, they can't back up and make a break for it. Because the more space you give them, the more power they can get going. So we've got chop trough in there, so that's going to be the big diffuser. We got a gate that what we do with the calves over there, the same thing. The cows right now are used to going around that bale feeder, but when we go to do the sort, that one gate with the snow on it closes them into this little pan, and then there's a gate on the other side that closes from that rail that's middle of the screen back to the bale feeder. So when they go around the back side of the bale feeder, they can't keep coming round and they'll bottleneck, and then they'll chase them down into here. But we figured this out over many years of doing this when it's only the two of us. This way there's less chance of running back. There's 2 cows in this lot, there's 2 fats that I'm more concerned with doing that sort of stuff. The other girls, the older girls, I'm not too worried about them, but touch wood, I haven't just jinxed myself. So So yeah, we're gonna load up all the cows and then we'll pull that calf out. Because really at this point I think the old girl isn't making much more milk, so the calf is not gonna do much more growing with her, so we'll just run the calf across the road and get it onto the calf hay. And then we'll have this pen empty because we need all of these corrals shifted over there. So, back to pushing snow on our regularly scheduled jobs. It looks a lot bigger laying on the floor. So, we've come across our first problem. I have been talking to the guys at Praxair in Brandon, and they can find me an aftermarket whip for this. I try to remember, they said there's only one length they can find for a Millermatic 35S because it's so old. So I think they said it was 10 feet, 10 or 12 feet, not 15. I was hoping to get a 15 footer because that would let me sit in one spot and be able to weld literally anything, any gate or panel that I was working on. This is the point where I would really love to have like what BCP having a crane or something. So maybe that might be something down the road, is to build some sort of a jib to pick gates up. Because I do plan on bringing all the gates in from the yard and unifying all the hinges, because our gate panels we've been built from so many different sales, they're all over the place, so you end up just chaining them together instead of actually hooking them together. So that's going to be a big job because there's a lot of gates out there. So I can reach all but the last, but that's because this is an 8-foot tall gate. So yeah, here we are, the start of Mrs. Piper Doug's gate. And I'm doing not bad considering I'm welding on the floor, which I hate doing because it's hard on my back. So yeah, I can't weld the top one on until I turn it around, so I have to flip and weld, and then I have to turn around and weld and flip to get that top rail on. But what I'll probably end up doing is doing all the one side welding, because I think I'm going to pick a side once I figure out what end's getting the hinges on, and then I've got to put a lateral brace on as well, so that'll be coming. Anyway, that's me done for the night. Sweeping, cleaning buckets, stacking buckets, finding stuff that I didn't know I still had. I had to bring these in and thaw them out because I got to put them back in the cattle trailer, because you want to close the cattle trailer up at this time of year when you're hauling cattles. Okay, see you tomorrow in the daylight. Do you have this problem when you have a extension cord? Gravity defying extension cords. It's crazy, eh? It's cool. He's shooting. Minus 32. And it's to get colder tonight. Blah. She's hurting. Oddly enough, the plug-in on that one was halfway out. Something must have hit it and pulled the plug part way off. So I'm amazed it started. Well folks, I know I've been asked this question. How did the diffuser work? It's working. It's not working as well as I'd hoped, but it is working. There's a lot of snow on either side of it, so it seems to drop before and after. So I think I might put even just singles in between the doubles and see how that works, because they are calling for, of course, more snow in the future. So it is working, but we're still getting all of this gubbins here. But baby steps. There's a lot of snow to push out of here. Like I said, I really don't want to put, because for those new subscribers, before you ask, I have a big snow plow. It's a big pusher because it has sidewalls on it, but it's for this tractor, and I really don't want to put it back on this tractor because this is a big snowbank. Oh, that's very large. Huh. This might cause a put my phone down and take a running jump at this one. I gotta come down here with the loader tractor, the orange one, and open up a new road since we had so much wind last night. But so I want to get a hitch that fits the orange tractor to weld onto that snow pusher, so we'll get to that. Anyway, I'm gonna push through. Still a couple of slow pokes making their way out. They're not real motivated to be moving. Now, some of you might think it's kind of mean to make them come out to the field and not just put the bales in the bale feeders. When there's no real wind and the sun is shining, minus 32 doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot to them. Because while that sun is charging up their dark color and there's no wind, they're actually quite comfortable. Yeah, like we might need to give them maybe another bale later on. Probably not, because I'm going to give them fresh straw eating bales and bed the pen up. Because the more comfortable you can make them, the less energy they'll burn, which is kind of one of my ruling things. So we can get them out of the wind and keep them as happy as possible. Yes, warm drinking water. I do get it, you can make them eat snow if you have to. But if you don't have to, then, so yeah, get about making them comfortable, and then we'll get about finishing getting ready to haul those cows tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Mother Nature, get your stuff together. The orange tractor died again, folks. I can hear you, I can hear you. Piper Doug, get rid of that tractor. Oh, if it were that easy, I would. We could just sort out all these little twinges and things. It's a good tractor. Like I said, it's a good horsepower. It's got great road speed. I like the shuttle shift. It's a shame the shuttle shift is on the right and not on the left of the steering for when you're doing loader work, but it is what it is. It's just issues. Now, I didn't get low in fuel, that's one of the things, but what I do know is the bulk tank still has summer diesel in it. And what I think is there's maybe a bit of moisture in that orange tractor's tank, and so it's minus 31 right now, and yeah, I think she gelled up on us, so I had some of that anti-gel, so I dumped that in there and it bled the system quick because there was fuel pouring out the line where I put that little pump on last time, so that wasn't the issue, it wasn't a blockage of the tank. So yeah, I bled the line at the engine and fired right up. So yeah, I had half a bottle of that anti-gel in there, so I did a quick run to town, grabbed another bottle of it, filled this guy, because he's running fine, but don't want to take that chance, because the point of having two loader tractors is that you always have one. And I got some of that diesel 911 as well. So, and ordered a tank refresher load from Co-op of winter diesel, like high what do you call it, high percent winter diesel, that way that it should mix. So yeah, We've got to get through tonight, and then we're to be back near zero again by the end of the weekend. So figure that out. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So fingers crossed we can get those cows hauled tomorrow. If not, we'll just put it off till next week when it's nicer.